What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm BRAVExHERO, and today we are going to be talking about the 7th Seraph Officer Revolver. And guys, for the entirety of this video, I'm going to be calling it the OR, or the Officer Revolver. I will not be saying 7th Seraph again and again and again, because it gets kind of annoying. Tongue twisters there, right? When it comes to 180 RPM hand cannons, not much stands out about this archetype. I like to group this in the same category as high impact hand cannons because they both sit at the sides of the spectrum, the hand cannon spectrum. You have your low impact, you have your high impact, and you have your in between like the spare rations. Well, they sit on the sides of the spectrum that are not so used as much in the current meta because again, they're not forgiving when it comes to missing your shots. Both archetypes require the utmost accuracy to reach their optimal time to kill. High impact hand cannons, you miss your shot, you're dead because spare rations will eat you alive. Low impact, you got your 180 RPMs, you miss a shot, a spare rations will take your lunch money. So you're probably asking yourself,
well, Brave, why do I care about this hand cannon if it sucks?
Guys, in the current meta, it's not the best. But after watching this video, I guarantee you're gonna want to get this roll on the Officer Revolver. And the reason for that is because of consistency. And I'm gonna break that down in this video. When it comes to 180 RPM hand cannons, their time to kill falls at a solid 1 second, which requires you to land 3 critical shots and 1 body shot. Unlike the lightweight frames such as the Dire Promise and the Spare Ration, whose time to kill is a solid 0.80, only requiring 3 critical shots. When players gravitate to 180s, they gravitate towards perks with more lethality to them, which I don't blame them. I would do the same. And also, either they're gonna go with perks with more lethality to them, like kill clip on the Service Revolver, or they're just gonna skip this archetype in general and go up to the 150 RPM hand cannon, or utilize weapons such as the Not Forgotten, which is a precision frame, same frame type as the 180, fires at a 150 RPM rate of fire. The only saving grace for 180 RPM hand cannons is their recoil direction, which is more vertical and has a more predictable recoil direction compared to other hand cannons. So when you have hand cannons like the Spare Rations, the Dire Promise, the Better Devils, the Austringer, any of those are going to have a more aggressive kick to them, which is why players who are on console tend to gravitate towards 180s or precision frames in general. But if I were to ask, what 180 RPM hand cannon are you currently using or have you used in the past? I'm pretty sure majority of you are going to say the Service Revolver, which we will say the SR. The reason behind that is due to everything I just mentioned. It's vertical recoil, it's much easier to use on a controller, and it has the lethality compared to other 180s. But this video isn't about the Service Revolver. It is about the Officer Revolver. And you're probably asking yourself,
why should I use the Officer Revolver? It's not as lethal, just like you said.
well, listen up, my squeaky voice friend. Let me clear one thing up with you right now. The Officer Revolver is not as lethal as the Service Revolver. Yes, because the Service Revolver has the ability to roll with the perk kill clip. So why would anybody use the Officer Revolver? Its base stats are much better than the Service Revolver. The Officer Revolver has a higher aim assist value and a better recoil direction. But that's not what sold me on the weapon. That's not what sold me on the Officer Revolver. What sold me on it was going to be the final perk in the perk pool. It can roll with the perk Time Payload. And for those of you who've been around the channel for a while now, you know I am a huge fan of Explosive Payload and Time Payload. And for those who do not know what Time Payload is, the perk reads, projectiles attached to enemies explode after a short delay. Guys, I'm a huge advocate of any weapon with Time Payload or Explosive Payload, which both are going to add a little bit more flinch when landing your shots on your enemy. So I'll give you a generic breakdown of both perks. When you shoot your weapon, and if it has one of these perks, Time Payload or Explosive Payload, you will do initial damage, and then you will do explosive damage. This is going to cause a double impact. What does double impact mean? More flinch. This is why I said that Time Payload and this weapon work so well together, is because it is very consistent. Time Payload gives you the ability to have a more consistent first kill, as opposed to having a perk like kill clip on the Service Revolver, where on your initial kill clip isn't going to help you. Kill clip isn't going to help you get that first kill. but time payload is going to make your enemy flinch. It's going to make them miss shots. If they are a sniper, it's going to make them miss shots. If they have a spare rations and you have a 180 RPM hand cannon, you're going to make them miss by making them flinch. Kill clip won't do that. That's why I say this weapon is very consistent, because it's going to help you get that first kill rather than focusing on the second and third kill. If you want a more in-depth breakdown of explosive payload and time payload, you'll find a couple videos down in the description and also at the video end screen, so check that out. One major drawback of 180 RPM hand cannons is that they have a low magazine size. Some of them come with 8, some of them come with 9. I've seen up to 11. And the drawback is you need 4 shots, guys. 4 shots to get a kill. Having a magazine of 8 and 9 isn't something appealing. You're not going to want that. Sure, a magazine of 8 can snag you 2 kills, but your room for error is minute. You don't even have any room for error. You got to land 4 crits or 3 crits in one body, another 3 crits in one body. So having an extended magazine is something you want to go for. So what I have on my hand cannon, and you'll see on screen right now, I have extended magazine, which is a role I wanted to go for. This is going to bump my magazine size to 11. I then added a backup mod, which has made my magazine go up to 14, which is an easy 2 kills without having to reload. Sure, I can go 3, but 2 kills, guys, and I have lots of room for error. If I need to spam a couple shots and land some time payload, I can. When it comes to service revolver compared to the officer revolver, one of the major things that I liked about it is the weapon model, and the sights are very clear. If you look at the service revolver, when you fire it, it has a boxy feel to it. I feel like when you fire the service revolver, you're blocking your target with your entire weapon frame. When it gravitates up when you fire it, it's like almost as if the player is gone. They get covered by your weapon and it comes back down. As opposed to the officer revolver, when you fire, it is clean. You can still see over your sights and allowing you to stay in the fight. I personally feel like the officer revolver is a top tier option. In the current sandbox, it isn't a monster. It is not a monster. I would be lying to you if I told you that the officer revolver is a top tier option in the current sandbox. It's not. If you're on console, you may have better luck with it, but on PC, it's not. But if they were ever to shake up the 180s, if they were to get a buff, this is one 180 RPM hand cannon you don't want to sleep on. This is a 180 RPM hand cannon that I would say it is best in class right now. This right here is lethal. It may not have the lethality, but it has the consistency. So I feel bad for the people who brush this off saying, whatever, I don't care for this hand cannon. And 3 months down the road, after weapons are sunset, now we have a 180 meta. You're going to want this hand cannon, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoy content like this, feel free to subscribe for more. It's free, and who doesn't like free? Also, if you found this the type of Destiny content you're like, Brave, I like this content, I want to see more, then do me a huge favor and leave that thumbs up, because it lets me know to bring more content like this. And also, if you haven't followed me on Twitch, I just recently fixed all my settings on Twitch so I'm able to stream more often. So we're looking at 3 streams a day. 3 streams a day? Not 3 streams a day. We're looking at 3 streams a week at least. So do me a huge favor, head over to twitch.tv/BRAVExHERO and drop a follow. Other than that, you guys are awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.
Team that fights together stays together. Double down. I could not ask for a better victory.
And a perfect way to end the clip. I like it.